And scene.
Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Christina Bianca Ward, and
your girl, Jay. Hey, guys.
Okay. So tonight's topic, I guess it's going to be a little more serious on what's happening in the world now, all this chaos and destruction that we are all living through because of the unjustly murder of a man that was taken. I guess he wasn't fully taken to police custody because he never made it, right? But like we do every session, we will start off with a shot. And I'm busting out because I ran out of Patron, the rum tequila. It's a hybrid. It's rum and tequila.
Oh my gosh, that's the best one. Oh my gosh, that rum tequila is delicious. It really is.
Okay. Salud.
Salud. All right, guys. Well, welcome to Tequila No Filter, where we're going to talk about just random topics. As Christina said, we're just going to kind of adjust or talk about today's, chaos. And, comment below with whatever you got to say or whatever topic you want us to talk about next week. But this week, we're just going to get down to the nitty gritty. So, Christina, go ahead, kick it off.
So for those who watch the news, it's been everywhere, Facebook, media, the radio, about the unjustly killing of George Floyd and how an officer was laying his knee in his neck and he was unable to breathe and thus passed away. And due to that, people started protesting, which is amazing. Like when you want changes, you protest. But things I feel have gotten out of hand at some aspects. There's rioting, vandalism, and looting. Mm-hmm. And I understand people are angry because it's like since our people have laid foot in this country, we have been fighting. We haven't had a chance to rest. We've been fighting since we've been here. And damn, we're tired of fighting, but it's all this rioting, this vandalism, this looting. Is that going to help us at all? It's like and at points, because we know how America is. We know how like they like to portray us. And so they're portraying all these looters, and it's overshadowing the amazing protests that people are doing to try to get changes.
I totally agree. I just think all the writing, even though I'm not like directly affected, whereas like my neighborhood, I feel like this is something that has happened before in the past multiple times. And earlier I was talking with my sister, and I think I mentioned to somebody else yesterday, like it almost reminded me of when Dr. King got shot and killed, because my mom shared that story with me as she was a little girl, teenager, and when Dr. King was shot. And all the rioting and burning of businesses, black owned, not black owned, nobody cared. And everything that I'm seeing on the media, and I know the media blows up things, so I'm not sure what's real and what's not. But from what I hear, like to me, it's almost reminding me of like the fight back when King passed away or was shot.
I know, and just like when King passed away, when they did destroy a lot of those businesses, a lot of neighborhoods were never able to recover. And it's just like, what's real and not. Like, I was driving down today trying to get my medicine.
You shouldn't have been. You shouldn't have been. Like, this was like the worst day to go out in Chicago. Like, I don't even know why you were doing it, but go for it.
It really is. Okay, first, I am going to say that I did go walk my dog in the park because there's no businesses in the park, so there's no looting. But I had to go get my medicine. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to go get it because CVS was being, like, just looted. And I need my medicine, but it's not life or death. But think about the people who it is life or death for their medicine. They can't get those supplies now because they're being looted. And at the same time, CVS wasn't closed. There were workers there. So their lives are also being put in danger. And I'm driving down the street and I saw people trying to break into the ATMs of banks. And I'm just like, I don't understand if they come across, but that's a federal crime. That's like some deep shit right there. A federal crime, it's one thing to have a misdemeanor felony, but then a federal crime, a whole nother level. And people are just, they're looting and they're driving away. And I don't know if it's so much chaos, and they're just taking advantage of the situation, taking advantage of anger. But they're thinking that the police, oh my goodness, the police they're not doing anything. Yes, because you're fucking up your own shit. Why would they need to stop if you're fucking up your own shit? This is not hurting them. They're just trying to make it home, get paid, and you're destroying your neighborhood. When all this is done, where are you going to go eat? Where are you going to go shop? And it's just making us look bad. It's like if we didn't already have a target on our back, it's put an even bigger target on our back, putting us like
a bullseye, basically.
It is, and it's just like, you know how like a lot of other countries, what they're portraying on the news is just, I'm pretty sure they're not showing the protests. They're probably showing a few of them, but they're mostly showing the vandalism, the looting, and they're just portraying us as uncivilized animals to the rest of the country, and that's how they view us. And it makes me angry.
It is pretty nerve-wracking, because there's better ways to deal with things. But I completely understand. I don't agree with rioting, but I do agree with protesting, and I have to say that proudly because things don't change in America. They call it like the land of the free, or like where people can live the American dream. But it's like, well, what does it take to even obtain the American dream? We're always fighting back. We, meaning people of color. It doesn't matter, what background you come from, but people of color in general, including all ethnicities or races, as Americans call it. It's just, it's unbelievable that we still have to fight. It's 2020, people. Like, wake up. Like, it's 2020. Like, come on. Like, all this technology that's out. I don't know why we're still, well, I do know, but I don't understand why certain things haven't equaled out yet. Like,
yes,
you're a female, I'm a female.
Right. It's like I went to the gun range yesterday because, it's my American right to practice the Second Amendment. And my cousin, I have a conceal and carry and a FOIA card, and my cousin has a conceal and carry. And he's just like, he regrets it. He said, as a Black man with dreads, I'm afraid to have a conceal and carry in America. Because maybe some people don't know, when you have a conceal and carry, if you get pulled over, it's already on your license that you have that type of documentation. Like, they might not know if you have a actual weapon in your car, but they know you have the right to conceal and carry because it's on your license. And as a Black man in America with dreads, he's afraid to now have that documentation, which he shouldn't be, because we are Americans. We shouldn't be afraid. We should be able to practice every fucking amendment without being afraid.
True, I agree. It is our right to carry, firearms. But people, just be careful out there, be safe, and just think before you go out. I just honestly wonder how long this is gonna last. Is it gonna end tonight because everybody, 80% of America is going back to work tomorrow? So is this gonna end, or is it gonna continue?
That's the problem.
For how long?
Because of this, I don't know, like, where, because I know you're not in Chicago anymore. Because of the destruction that they have done, like a lot of Chicago that was planning on opening tomorrow, they're unable to open because of the damage. That means a lot more people who were like, oh my goodness, I'm finally going back to work. I'm going to make that green. They can't go back to work. So that's like, they're fucking with their livelihood. And it's just like, right now, the rioters and the looters, like, they're not seeing the cause. They're just seeing what's in it for them. Like, oh my goodness, they're getting some Nikes, they're getting some Versace. They're even getting some computers from Best Buy, but they're not helping the cause. If anything, they're just making us look bad and just like pushing us further away from what the masses are trying to accomplish. And we just need to say, stop it. Like, get your shit together and get your mind in the right place, because what you're doing now is just fucking with everybody.
That's true. I totally agree. As Americans, and I know we're not all equal, even though we carry that American title, but for some of us, we're always thinking about what's in it for me, kind of like how you said, Christina. And to me, it's just a little bit disturbing, because really we should be thinking about the greater good. What happens after this? So after you loot, after you vandalize, after people get trampled, there was 4 people that were reported as being dead from the riots. And I don't know which cities, but I do know that there's over 20 cities that are locked down in the States because of the rioting. I mean, these people have a right to protest and a right to, exercise their different amendments. That's great. But There is a better way to handle these things, and I just hope that we'll find that. And I'm in no way bad mouthing the writers, those that are in it for the cause and not for the free stuff, right? But I honestly think that there's definitely a different approach that we can take. I'm not really exactly sure which one, but there's another way to handle this.
Yes, because that is the problem. We do need to take a different approach, because with all the protesting, we're not seeing the results. And that's what's making so many people angry. With all of the sit downs, the sit-ins, the protests, we're not seeing the results that we should see. But this is not the way. The rioting, the vandalizing, the looting, it's not the way. We need to find a way to get our message across. Maybe I know a couple people, one thing I feel like Americans really don't understand the greatness that they have. Black Americans don't understand the greatness that they have, the power. And especially, I'm going to say this, one thing that people love to take from us, besides our culture for appropriation, is our money. Blacks a lot of times tend to spend outside their means.
Overspend.
And
overspend. Was it rob Peter to pay Paul?
It's like, if we that's a way we could protest, a financial protest, so America see that they need us as much as we, our ancestors built this fucking country. They need us. They needed us then. They need us now.
True. So Christina, are you implying that African Americans or Black Americans, whatever they want to say, should take a stand by going on a non-spending day?
I do,
or a week?
and I say that people, my friends know I am I love a good discount, but I am very materialistic. For me to say this, but I feel like we've done everything else, honestly, And one of the best things, like when we Rosa Parks, the bus boycott. And they didn't take buses. They were shuttling each other. It almost bankrupt public transportation. And that's when they changed and said everyone can sit wherever the fuck they want. So the power of our dollar.
That's true.
Right.
So actually, on our next episode, I want to come back with some stats about Black spending power, because I kind of want to dive a little deep into that conversation. So thanks for bringing that up, Christina.
I will. So let's see. It's happened before where we said you can't take more any of our fucking money, our hard working money, and they changed it because they knew how much we were spending. Let's do it again. Get changes, because these sit downs, these protests, they're not doing shit. It's sad to say, but they're not. So let's show them let's not spend our dollar in their businesses, and show them that we mean business, because they will go for broke. They'll be begging for us.
That's true. So instead of rioting and looting, maybe revolutionizing, right? Just changing the way that we spend, changing the way that we act, supporting more Black-owned businesses, and finding our own way. I know one of our friends mentioned Black Wall Street, which I'm doing research on that right now, and I would love to see Black Wall Street come back, to be honest. African Americans are so educated, and I know that the media may not be portraying us in the best of light right now, and it's not just the media, us ourselves, some of us are not portraying or putting out our best foot forward. And it happens. We're all human, right? We're all flesh. Everybody makes mistakes. But I know that African Americans are good people. And even though, we haven't made the best of decisions, I feel like, we'll get better at some point. And honestly, it's just, we're just trying to make some change. And in doing so, I don't think it's the best option that we chose, but it's going to get better. It will.
But it's get better sooner, because it's put your foot in the right direction, so we can come together like we need to and see the change that we want.
I totally agree.
I guess that concludes our session of Tequila No Filter, and we hope stay safe outside, because right now it is a dangerous time, not only from the pandemic, but also from this chaos that is happening around us. So if you don't have to go out, don't, and just stay safe with your family and pray.
So true. From New York to Cali, you guys be safe tonight. And if you're really not out there for a good cause, you shouldn't be out. Looting doesn't make us look any better. And I know that we're so much better and can put ourselves at a higher standard. Like I was saying, Black people are super educated. So don't put yourself in that light. If you're really a good person, you know, do things right. And you guys have an awesome night. We love talking with you. Make sure you comment below. Let us know what topics that you want us to discuss. Next week, we will be talking about Black spending power, because that is such a topic that's dear to Christina and myself. And just to see, like, how much really would the economy be affected if all African Americans, or if all people of color, let's just say that, if all people of color stop spending for 24 hours, what would happen to the American economy? I'm super excited to discuss that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you have an awesome evening, and it was great chatting with you.